ever wondered how someone can just vanish into thin air, tonight we delve into the spine-chilling mystery of Lynn Hernan, a case that has baffled investigators for decades. Picture this: a bright, ambitious woman with a promising future suddenly disappears without a trace. Lynn Hernan was not just another name in the news. She was a beloved daughter, a friend, and an advocate for justice. In the quiet town she called home, an unsettling shadow crept in on an ordinary day, turning her life and the lives of everyone around her upside down. You might think you've heard it all, but Lynn's case reveals layers of secrets, unexpected twists, and eerie coincidences that will keep you on the edge of your seat. In this video, we will unravel the enigma of her disappearance, explore the haunting clues that were left behind, and examine the chilling suspects that emerged. Stay with us until the end as we piece together the puzzle of the shocking case of Lynn Hernan, and you might just uncover a detail that has eluded even the sharpest minds. The first practice involves immersing ourselves in the life of Lynn Hernan before the storm hit. Lynn was the kind of person whose presence lit up a room, always wearing a warm smile that made everyone feel at ease. She lived in a small, close-knit community where everyone knew each other's names and dinner parties were a regular occurrence. Her days were filled with purpose as she worked tirelessly as a community advocate, striving to make her town a better place. She had a routine that many could relate to: morning jogs through the park, sipping coffee at her favorite local cafe, and evenings spent reading or catching up with friends. Lynn's circle included her best friend Jenna, who had been by her side since childhood, and her supportive parents who lived just a few blocks away. Her boyfriend Mark was a steady presence, often seen holding her hand as they walked down the quaint streets of their town. Yet despite the normalcy, there were whispers of turmoil beneath the surface. Lynn had recently confided in Jenna about feeling watched, a sensation she couldn't shake. Her colleagues noticed she seemed distracted at work, her once steady demeanor now riddled with unease. These intriguing details paint a picture of a woman who appeared to have it all, but was possibly grappling with unseen fears. This was the calm before the storm that would turn everything upside down. The second practice involves reliving the fateful day of Lynn Hernan's disappearance. It began like any other, with Lynn following her usual morning routine. She went for a jog in the park, her breath visible in the crisp morning air. Eyewitnesses recall seeing her around 7 a.m., exchanging pleasantries with fellow joggers. She appeared cheerful but somewhat distracted, as if something was weighing on her mind. After her jog, Lynn stopped by her favorite local cafe, where the barista remembers her ordering a cappuccino and flashing her usual friendly smile. This would be the last confirmed sighting of Lynn. As the day progressed, strange occurrences began to surface. Around noon, a neighbor reported seeing an unfamiliar car parked near Lynn's house, its engine idling for a concerning amount of time. By late afternoon, Lynn's parents became worried. She hadn't called to check in as she typically did. Her best friend Jenna tried reaching her multiple times but received no response. Concern turned to panic when Mark arrived at Lynn's home that evening, only to find it eerily quiet and Lynn nowhere to be found. Inside her house, things were amiss. Her phone lay on the kitchen counter, buzzing with unread messages. The front door was slightly ajar, and an unsettling silence filled the air. Mark noticed Lynn's beloved cat Muffin pacing nervously, a sign that something was indeed wrong. Jenna and Mark decided to call the police, and within hours, the once peaceful neighborhood transformed into a hub of flashing lights and hushed conversations. Investigators combed through the house, noting everything from Lynn's half-finished breakfast to the overturned chair in the living room. Eyewitnesses came forward with bits and pieces of information. Some mentioned a shadowy figure lurking around Lynn's house days before, while others recalled seeing her talking to a stranger at the cafe. Tension mounted as these fragments of information painted a picture of a day that started ordinarily but ended in mystery. What had begun as a typical day had spiraled into a haunting enigma, leaving everyone grasping for answers. As we delve deeper, we will explore the clues that were discovered and the suspects that emerged, each turn adding another layer to the chilling puzzle of Lynn Hernan's disappearance. The investigation into Lynn Hernan's disappearance was swift but complex, marked by many developments that kept the community and investigators on edge. Initially, the police focused on examining her home and the immediate area for any signs of struggle or forced entry. Forensic teams scoured every inch, collecting fingerprints, hair samples, and any other forensic evidence that could provide a clue. One of the first big breaks in the case came when a neighbor reported seeing a man in a hooded jacket lingering around Lynn's house on the morning of her disappearance. This information prompted the police to release a sketch of the potential suspect, hoping someone would recognize him. Yet, despite multiple tips and leads, the identity of this mysterious figure remained elusive. As days turned into weeks, the investigation kept widening. The police interviewed Lynn's close friends and family, trying to piece together any motive behind her disappearance. Her boyfriend Mark and best friend Jenna were cooperative, offering detailed accounts of Lynn's recent behavior and possible concerns. The notion that Lynn felt watched wasn't taken lightly. Surveillance footage from the cafe revealed an unknown man sitting near Lynn on that fateful morning, his eyes tracking her movements. This man, who later became a person of interest, seemed to vanish as mysteriously as Lynn had. Further suspicion arose around a former colleague of Lynn's, James. He had been dismissed from his job under contentious circumstances and had supposedly harbored a grudge against Lynn due to her involvement in the decision. James was questioned extensively, but his alibi checked out, leaving the investigation at a frustrating dead end. As tension built, there were moments of hope followed by profound despair. A tip led investigators to a remote location where a piece of Lynn's jewelry was found, raising hopes that they were close to finding her. However, extensive searches of the area yielded no further clues. The community rallied together, organizing search parties and vigils, holding on to the hope that Lynn would be found safe. Yet the police continued to hit roadblocks, unable to connect the dots definitively. The case took a dramatic turn when a series of anonymous letters were sent to the police, each containing cryptic messages and hints about Lynn's whereabouts. These letters, though tantalizing, only added to the confusion. Were they genuine leads or cruel hoaxes meant to mislead the investigation? And then, just as despair began to overshadow hope, a breakthrough emerged in the form of a witness who stepped forward with vital information. This witness claimed to have seen Lynn being forcibly taken into a van on the day she disappeared. The description of the vehicle matched the one seen idling near her house, reigniting the investigation and offering a glimmer of hope. This new lead was critical, directing the police to a network of suspects involved in human trafficking, a chilling revelation that suggested Lynn's ordeal was far from over. These dramatic twists and turns kept everyone on edge, each new piece of information unfolding like a dark chapter in a book that refused to close. The investigation into Lynn Hernan's disappearance was far from straightforward, riddled with false leads and heart-wrenching moments of despair, yet it also showcased the tenacity and dedication of everyone involved to bring her home. The shocking truth about Lynn Hernan's disappearance finally came to light, but not in the way anyone had expected. Months after she vanished, a breakthrough occurred when a routine traffic stop led to the discovery of the van described by the witness. Inside, investigators found crucial evidence linking it to the crime scene. Even more startling, they discovered Lynn herself, alive but deeply traumatized. Lynn was being held captive by a ring involved in human trafficking, and her recovery ignited a wave of relief and disbelief throughout the community. As Lynn began to recount her harrowing ordeal, the details painted a picture darker than anyone had imagined. She revealed how she had been watched and followed for weeks before her abduction, targeted because of her outspokenness and advocacy work. The shadowy figure and the unknown man from the cafe were all part of a coordinated effort to silence her. Lynn's testimony led to the arrest of several individuals involved in the trafficking network, including some who had been hiding in plain sight within the community. The reactions were mixed. Shock and outrage mingled with a profound sense of betrayal. Friends and family were relieved to have Lynn back, but struggled with the horror of what she had endured. The community united in support, holding vigils and fundraisers to aid Lynn's recovery and to raise awareness about the broader issue of human trafficking. This case was particularly chilling, not only because of the brutality Lynn faced, but also the insidious way her ordinary life was infiltrated and upended. It exposed vulnerabilities in the seemingly secure fabric of a small town, reminding everyone that such evils could lurk unnoticed. The once peaceful neighborhood now grappled with the stark reality that danger could strike from within. Lynn's bravery in surviving and coming forward with her story offered hope and underscored the importance of vigilance and community solidarity. Her case, once a baffling mystery, became a powerful testament to resilience and the fight for justice in the face of unthinkable adversity. In summary, the story of Lynn Hernan's disappearance and subsequent rescue has left an indelible mark on her community and beyond. This case, with its disturbing revelations and unexpected turns, serves as a stark reminder of the hidden dangers that can ripple through our lives unnoticed. The resilience and strength Lynn displayed highlight the importance of standing together against such evils, raising awareness and fostering a sense of vigilance in our communities. Yet questions remain. Who were the individuals that meticulously orchestrated her abduction, and what other secrets might they be hiding? Are there other victims who have not yet been found or rescued? This case, though it ended in Lynn's fortunate return, leaves behind lingering shadows of unresolved mysteries and unspoken fears. As we close this chapter, we are reminded that vigilance, community support, and unwavering dedication to justice are our strongest defenses against such darkness. Thank you for joining us on this journey into one of the most chilling true crime stories. If you found this video thought-provoking, please consider subscribing to our channel, liking the video, and hitting the notification bell so you won't miss our next exploration into the mysterious and the macabre. Stay safe and vigilant, and remember that sometimes the truth is stranger than fiction.